Welcome, everyone, to the Art Fisher podcast. I'm Reese Fisher.
I'm Nolan Fisher.
And we are the Fisher brothers.
Right. So our podcast has a number of goals that we want to sort of work through as we're going. And the general purpose is to have conversations, not lectures. So we may bounce around on a lot of ideas, specifically trying to get an understanding of why we feel the way we do a lot about different forms of art, most specifically filmmaking. Sort of the goal with that being to just connect narratives to each other that might not be readily apparent from the get-go. So re-examining movies we already like, learning about ones we don't, but also likely frequently diving into TV shows, books, novels, points of time in history, geopolitical issues.
Yeah, we both have a tremendous love of cinema. That certainly stems from our parents and other people that we've come across. And so our goal is to not only sort of understand ourselves better from this, but also why we feel the way we do about art in particular. And Nolan and I both tend to agree here that we just have an appreciation for film more than any other form of art, despite us also enjoying all forms of art. I would say we just really hold film in high regard. So we want to examine why it is that we feel this way. And then hopefully as an audience, why you might also experience that in various forms of art, but also through the expression of film. And touching on the historical perspective and the geopolitical idea that Nolan mentioned, I personally do not know that much about history. I full disclosure, I'm an English teacher, so English is supposed to be my thing, right? But I would like to also have episodes that feature history because I personally want to gain more knowledge on history. That's something that I want to brush up on and reach a greater understanding of what is going on in our world right now and the ramifications of that. And so looking at what's currently happening, but then also looking at historically what's been happening and try to reach an understanding between both. Additionally, given that Nolan and I really appreciate art, we also feel very drawn to creating art. So it's another goal of ours to actually share with you all some of the ideas that we have for the next stories that we are working on, whether they are short stories, books, film scripts. We have a number of them. Nolan actually has more film scripts than I have right now, but some of them are individual, and then others are we actually are working together on these projects. So we're really excited to share those with you all. And I think I at least find motivation from recording this podcast that it helps to keep me accountable and actually sit down and take that time to put forth the effort to create whatever it is that I'm working on.
Yeah, not only that, but just having any time or space to think kind of openly and freely and not have to think about anything else is really difficult to get. And so that's essentially what this is going to be for me, is just an opportunity for, several hours of not being stuck in any other mental state, and then from there drawing on creativity to gain essentially motivation.
Absolutely. You and I both have day jobs, which we will see if that is the case as this progresses. Hopefully, we can turn our love of art into our career or careers, however that may shape itself. But it'll be a fun ride. I'm looking forward to it. And what better people, what better person to be on the ride with than your brother, than your brothers, than your friends. So
Damn straight.
have a good one, everyone.